Good morning, students. I hope so you all are fine. So let's start with today's English class. So today's topic is chapter number 14. So today we are going to start a new chapter, that is time and tense. So all of you can open your grammar books and turn to page number 76, and we will cover up to page 79 today. So this is the part 1 of the chapter number 14, that is time and tense. So let's start with today's class. Here children, I hope so you all are ready with your grammar book. So all of you will turn to page number 76, and you can see that we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter number 14, time and tense. So everyone is going to write down classwork and today's date. So let's do. Read the text below about space travel. So here is a short introduction that is given to us about space travel. So notice the differences in the ways the verbs have been used. So here we will see how the verbs have been used in each sentences. So let's start with sentence A. The first man in space was cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin. He moved around the earth in his spacecraft on 12th April 1961. Sentence B. Since that day, space exploration is taking giant leaps. Giant means huge and leaps means jumps. Astronauts make new discoveries every year. Sentence number C. Someday, scientists will create advanced spacecraft to help astronauts explore outer space better. This will be successful in the future. So in sentence A, you will see the word was and moved are highlighted. That means the actions have already taken place. It has already happened. So it is talking about a past time. Next, in sentence B, you can see the words or the verbs is taking and make are highlighted. So as you can see and you can also understand, this is taking and make are indicating present time. And in number C, the verbs will create and will be are talking about the future plans. So it is talking or representing the future time. Now, here is something which you need to know by heart. So let's learn. So this is very important for you to understand. When we refer or when we talk about our day-to-day activities, that is our daily activities, or describe something that has already taken place or discuss a plan for future, we speak in terms of time. So we represent time whenever we are trying to speak about any action. When we are talking about the present time, if we are talking about the past time, we are talking about the future time, we try to represent the time of the verb, right? We try to show when the work was done or will be done. So these time related terms are known as time expressions. So this is very important for you to know. Now let's check out some examples. Like number A, I went to the zoo today. So you are talking about the present day activity, what you have done today. Number B, I woke up early yesterday. So you are talking about the action that has already happened yesterday. Number C, my sister will come to visit me next month. Here in number C, you are talking about the future plans. So you are talking about a future time. So I hope so you have understood what is time expressions. Now, whenever we talk about time expressions, we represent the verb either in the past time or present time or in future time. So for doing so, we use certain words, right? Like for representing the past time, we use the words like yesterday, last week, last month, last year, a little while ago, and so on. And for the present time, we use the words like today, this week, this month, this year, and so on, as you can see. For future time, we can use the words like tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, in an hour, soon, and the rest of the following words. So let's move to page number 77 and let's check out with the exercises of this chapter. So what we have to do here, we have to underline the time expressions in the sentences. For each expression, write present, past or future. So we have to find out the verb in the sentence and we have to write down whether it is representing present, past or future time. So let's start with number 1. Sneha woke up early in the morning. So she has already woke up. She is already awake. So it is a past activity. So you will write down in the dash past. Number 2. She is cooking now. So what is the activity she is doing? She is cooking. So it is talking about the present time. So you will write down present for number 2. Number 3. She thought about taking her dog for a walk, but it was raining outside at that time. So she has finished thinking. So the activity is already, or the action is already over. So it is also representing past time. So number 3 also you will write past. Number 4. She will get ready for work soon. So as we said, soon is talking about future. So you are going to write future for number 4. Number 5. She plans to reach office early. So she is planning. So it is talking about present. So you are going to write present for number 5. Number 6. In the evening, she will go out for a movie. So it is about the future plan. So you will write down future. So number 1 is past. Number 2 is present. Number 3 is past. Number 4 is future. Number 5 is present. And number 6 is future. Next. Now when you turn to page number 77, or you are rather on page number 77, here you will learn something. So let's learn. When we think or talk about time, we usually think of what has happened in the past, what is happening now, and what will happen in the future. So here you can see the graphic organizer below to get a better idea of how we think about time. So whenever we think about time, we either divide it into the present time, past time or future time. So when we talk about the present time, we generally refer to the events that are happening right now, events that happens always. I eat lunch. Always it happens, and I am eating lunch. So what you are doing now, you are eating your lunch. For past time, when we talk about past time, we refer to events that have already happened. So I ate lunch. So you have already finished eating your lunch. Future time, it represents events that will happen in the future. I will eat lunch. So I hope so it's quite clear. Notice the verb forms under the 3 sections above. Number 1, past time, ate. Number 2, present time, be plus eat plus ing. So be form of the verb and the verb plus ing, that is talking about the present time. And number 3, future time, we use will or shall before the verb. So will eat. So here you can see the present time when you talk. Right now if we talk, then it's 2 o'clock it's showing. Then if it is about the past, we can see it is 1:45. So it is, the time has already gone. And if we talk about the future, you can see 2:15. So it is about the time to come, right? So here we have already checked the time expressions uh, for the verbs, and which are the words that you should use for showing the or representing the time expressions of the verb. So here are some words which you need to know about for the correct time expressions. Here, if you turn to page number 78, you will see another very interesting thing. So here you see, did you notice that there are only 2 verb forms in English to talk about the 3 times? So this is very, very important for you to understand. So when you will check the examples that are given to you in the table, you will find that whenever we refer to the time, you will see that there are only 2 verb forms in English. We often make this mistake, so it is very important for us to understand. So see some examples in the table below. So whenever we talk about time expression, we talk about the 3 type of times, that is the present time, past time and the future time. But whenever we talk about the verb forms, so there are only 2 verb forms in English when we talk about the 3 times. Okay, so present tense form and the past tense form. There is nothing as such known as future tense form. Okay, so it is very important for us to understand. So there are only 2 tense form of the verb in English. So the first one is present tense form. Like for the verb eat, the past tense form is ate. For the verb catch, the past tense form is caught. For the verb add, the past tense form is added. We do not have any future tense form. Here you can see, and this you should learn by heart. So verb forms are called tense. Very important. The verb forms are called tense. In English, there is a present tense form of a verb and there is a past tense form of the same verb. There is no future tense form for any verb in English. So this is very important for you to understand. So the tense is of 2 forms of the verb. One is the present tense and the other one is the past tense. There is nothing known as future tense form. Here are some examples, or we have to do an exercise based on this. So on page number 78 itself, you can see there is a table given to you. So this table shows the present tense of each verb will be in the other 2 columns. So the present tense is given, so we have to write the past tense form, and as we have already discussed, there is nothing known as future tense form. So when we talk about the verb laugh, the present tense form is laugh and past tense form is laughed. It is already done for us. Next we will check the verb jump. So the present tense form of the word jump is, it will remain jump, and the past tense is jumped. So we will add ed. Next is drink. So drink will become drank, run will become ran, write will become wrote, and search will become searched. And the column of future tense you are going to put cross, because we don't have any future tense form. So is there a future time form of verbs in English? Question mark. So in the dash or in the blank space you will write down no. Next, when we talk about the helping verbs, so we all know that helping verbs are the verbs which help the main verb, right? This we all know that it helps the main verb in order to express an action or a state of being. So a helping verb or the verbs, it has three forms that we already have discussed: the to be form, the to do form, and to have form. And the other helping verbs are shall, could, may, might, shall, should, can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, and must. And the be forms are am, is, are for the present tense, and was and were for the past tense. Okay. So do and does for the do form for present tense, and did and done for past tense. Have and has for have forms, and had and having for had for the past, and having for also the present. Okay, now let's check out the auxiliary verbs. And be forms also have only two tense forms. So it is the same for the auxiliary verbs or the helping verbs also. So the present form is will, and the past form is would. May is the present form, might is the past form, is the present form, was is the past form or the past tense, am is the present tense, and was is the past tense. There is nothing known as future tense. So there is cross put in the column of future tense. So you have to understand it very well that for the expression, for the time expression of a verb, there are only two forms of verb. One is the present tense form, and next one is the past tense form. There is nothing as such known as future tense form. Okay. So the present tense form. So you will turn to page number 79 now. You will move to the next page and see. Let's practice. The present tense forms of the following be and auxiliary verbs are given in the table below. Write their past tense form. So was, for the first one is done. Am, the past tense is was, and any future tense, no, we don't have. So you are going to put a cross. Next one, present tense is are. For are, the past tense is were, and there is no future tense. So you are going to put a cross. For the helping verb can, the past tense is could, and you are going to put a cross for future tense. Next, for shall, the past tense is should, and you are going to put a cross for future tense. Next, last one, the helping verb do. The present form, present tense is do, and the past tense is did, and there is no future tense. So you are going to put a cross. So am is present, past is was, are is present, past is were, can is present, could is past, shall is present, should is past, and do is present, and did is past. So these are the forms of the auxiliary verbs, and there are no future tense verbs. So I hope so you have got the concept of time expression and tense clear enough. So time expression is talking about the time of the action, and it has, and in English we have three time expressions like the present time, the past time, and the future time. But when we talk about the tense, when we talk about the form of the verb, there are only two forms of verbs. One is the present form, and the other one is the past form, and we don't have any form for future tense. So thank you children, that much for today's English class. I hope so you all have understood well.